We welcome you all to the OCBC arena, and the players are being introduced. It's Singapore versus Sri Lanka. They've got to the opportunity of fighting for semi-final place later in the tournament. And the Singapore players being introduced at the moment, getting a good round of applause here at the OCBC arena. This is going to be a very, very tough match for Singapore. Recent form suggests that Sri Lanka have got enough to take this particular match. Singapore have still got a very good quality squad, and they can surprise, particularly in front of their home crowd, and get very excited when they score. But there is a huge and very important difference this time out. The Sri Lankan team have claimed back their star performer. Tharjini Sivalingam is back with a vengeance, and at 2 meters and 6 centimeters, she is an absolute giant. It's going to be really, really tough. The wing attack is Dulangi, Wannithilake, and she actually is the highest goal attack rate as well, 16 out of 17. She's playing at wing attack today at the moment. She's got a fantastic record. Nauchalee Rajapaksha is a wing defender, and probably the shortest in the Sri Lankan squad. Goal defense is Gayani Dissanayake. There's the goalkeeper. She is Chathurangi, Shanika, Jayasooriya. All the support reserve players are there on court and coming to greet them, but they are all being dwarfed by Tharjini Sivalingam. So the Sri Lankan squad are there. They get a warm round of applause, and one of the things we really, really hope for is a very close battle. We want to have excitement here today. Here we go. And I have to say, I'm very, very excited to have with me as well Siti Noshawala, wing defense for Singapore for several seasons. And well, she has some very good news. I won't tell you what it is. Maybe she'll tell you herself. But she has a very good reason for sitting out this tournament, although I know that she was cited as one of the wing defenders for the squad. It's wonderful to have you here for the first time on air, Siti, and I know that you will be telling us a little bit about what Singapore's strengths are.
Yeah, thank you for having me here today.
So, Singapore, get us underway, and the very, very active Lim will be right in the middle of everything. Kimberly Lim, and miss points, but a chance play back again. This is not going to, well, it's still Singapore's possession. Kimberly Lim moving around to the left, but now it is Charmaine Soh with the first point for Singapore. And you have to say, a little bit of a nervous attack there, wasn't it?
Yes, I agree with you. But now Singapore have to create a drop defense in order to create the opportunity to intercept the ball in the middle, because it would be impossible to actually intercept the ball in the circle.
There you go, and that's the reason why It's she's huge. She's absolutely dominating there. That is Tharjini Sivalingam. But open play, Singapore certainly got the ability to be able to put pressure on. Charmaine makes it. It's a wonderful shot. It's got a little bit of reverse spin on it, and it goes into the basket without any problem at all. Straight into the net. 2-1 Singapore. That's good defense quality. And that is really more than needed. In fact, we've got a very tall Singapore girl in defense, Chen Lili, but as goalkeeper, she knows her work is cut out here. Lili will not be enjoying this experience, I don't think, City.
I think she just needs to time herself to jump off because the ball is very lobby. So I think she just needs to time it off to intercept that or to tip the ball.
That's a bit lucky there. Charmaine, oh, and that bounce pass is no good. That's unfortunate. Nurul Baizura, and it comes back again. Here's a quick chance. Charmaine will take it herself and makes it 3-2. Well, this is very interesting because we've got Pei Shan. She's only got 2 caps. She's got a 71%, and this is to level it up at 3-all. There you go. She's only millimeters away from the ring. How can she miss? It's almost unfair.
Yeah.
Singapore have the possession though at centre. Looking for opportunities. They've got to lay it off, of course. Every 3 seconds there's a... That's still there. Okay, the hand on. It'll still be Singapore's possession. Vanessa Lee, of course, is captain at wing defence. Position you know very well, City. Charmaine's then trying to lay it off, but she's way outside, but it's a very, very good shot. I have to say, the Sri Lankans having to get right under the basket or under the net. But, with Charmaine in very good form. It's a long ball, it's going, oh, that was a competitive jump, but it's no good, it's 4-all. It really does put pressure on at the moment. Singapore back with the ball at the centre. Right, let's talk tactics, City. What do you think Singapore is setting out to do right now?
As for attack, I think they're trying to stay composed and calm because if they were to play a fast pace, it will be very difficult for them to actually bring the ball to the circle. Yeah, and it also make the whole team players to be panicked. So I think to play a composed game is the key to actually bring a smooth ball down to the circle.
That's a great turnover there for Singapore. They've got possession and Lili does well there. Excellent long ball. Here we go. This is where Singapore can take advantage. They only need now to take 1 or 2 transitions. Oh my goodness, it's going to be Singapore still. The hand on the hand there, and Lim does nicely, pushing hard. They can't panic once they get that repossession. And that transition scored. She's once again, well, I christened her about 3 or 4 years ago Champagne Charmaine because we had to celebrate her scoring, but this is such an important one. 3-point lead would be hugely valuable at this stage of the first quarter. Champagne Charmaine again. She gets a free throw here and makes it nicely. 7-4, and just listen to the crowd in support. Now they've got to stay busy in defence. So the strategy in defence will be what, City?
As for now, they are doing man on, but it's a mix of drop at the same time, so they can confuse the space in the goal third, because they're trying to create the opportunities for the defenders to get the interception.
That's another score there. She's actually a left-hander. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether she's playing left or together, but she's got that left bias, and of course when she comes to the left side, it's probably a fraction easier for her. That's not great. Ooh, lucky Singapore. What was the issue there then?
Oh, it was a contact.
Contact?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, here's a chance then for Pei Shan. Pei Shan makes it. 8-5, Singapore in the lead. Possession at centre goes back to Sri Lanka. And as City mentioned, it's a mix of man on man and, well, even the other attacker, goal attacker, comes up to make it on that occasion. That was Hasitha Mendis. She's just 20 years old, and of course she doesn't get so often the shot, but it gives her a chance to get into the 90s when she, in terms of percentage, that is now really, really impressive, and they've got the possession back again. This will level it up. That centre possession is so important. You have to keep an eye on it at the end of the quarters, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
Long ball, easy. Ooh. Okay, that will be 8-all now. A chance for 8-all, but look how close she is to the edge. It's almost frustrating, but what to do? She has been out of the game. She hasn't actually been in the Sri Lankan team for a while, so it's actually, in many respects, it's good to see her back, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually. She's been away in Australia for training.
So, Singapore back in the lead at 9-8. And Pei Shan is doing well to keep the play. In fact, as goal attack, we've seen Charmaine up at goal shooter as well as goal attack, but it's just so easy, isn't it? Up. She's going to get another chance, though. There was contact there. She's a little bit close to the rim, if anything. Perhaps want to step back. Is it Lili? Okay, that's resolved. Just in case you were wondering, let's just talk about previous scores. Singapore beat Brunei 68-19. They also accounted for Pakistan 84-17. Comprehensive victories, but nothing compared with Sri Lanka's victory over Chinese Taipei, 137-5 and 101 over 29 of India. So Sri Lanka have certainly got the very, very impressive scoring record, but Singapore are not outdone here. They've got a 10-9 lead at the moment now. Oh, unlucky. Just a little bit of contact, City?
Yes, it is.
3 seconds allowed. A bit of pressure here from Singapore, but there's not much they can do without fouling. It's 10-all. First quarter, it's so important you don't let the opponents get away. And Singapore doing very, very nicely at the moment. The last couple of occasions that they've played, Sri Lanka, that's not good. Charmaine drops it. And here's a chance to take the lead, which they do with grateful pass and performance there, but that was off a Charmaine Soh drop ball. 11-10, Sri Lanka leading.
I think every centre pass is very important, so you have to really take care of every ball that is given to you.
Oh, well done, Lili. Chen Lili, the goalkeeper, steals the ball. And that is such an important one. Amanda Lim looking for support. She gets it from Vanessa. Baizura's there. And Charmaine, well, you can't really blame her for that. It was too low and beyond her reach. But Singapore have got to take advantage when they have possession. It's all happening so easily. The transfer to the circle. There she goes again. She could be in my rugby team any day, I tell you. That's absolutely really impressive. 12-10. Singapore has possession. That's the only saving grace at the moment. Baizura comes up. Charmaine looking to try to make amends for a couple of errors. She's a powerhouse, isn't she, Amanda? She never stops. Absolutely driving through into space. Of course, makes herself. There she goes again and again. Charmaine needs this and makes it 11-12. Sri Lanka have the centre pass. From what you've seen, yes, Chen Lili, great work. That aerial ball obviously was won perfectly in the pocket for Chen Lili. Long pass is no good, easily taken out. My goodness, they don't need to panic, don't have to move so fast.
Exactly.
Your observation so far?
Yeah, they just have to stay composed.
It's there for 13-11. Singapore had a chance to level it up. They didn't take it. Amanda looking for support and gets it. Oh, it's another error there, but some foul play. Of course, Melody Teo again. Wow, we've lost possession. I say we've lost. Of course, it's an international broadcast. I mean, Singapore have lost. A brave effort there by Chen Lili doesn't happen, and that's in for 14-11. Just when you thought Singapore were going to be competitive, they could now be 5 points behind, well, 4 points behind. They've regained possession here. Now it's got to be effective.
Everyone needs to help out in this.
Yep, but not rush it.
Yeah, that's true.
Over the top. Oh, it's no good. My goodness, you need to be athletic and to jump for those balls. If you haven't got the height, of Tharjini, where you can just stand and watch the world go by until the ball comes to you. It's amazing. Here she goes again, over the top. Tharjini has it. Takes a half a step forward. That's all she needs. 15-11 now.
Singapore centre pass.
Yeah. Charmaine's going to take it on herself. You can feel it. She is struggling. Oh dear. But with that comes pressure. Scoreboard pressure is a very, very funny thing. It means that you quicken your pace a little bit. And this is an important time with 1.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. You can't afford to let Sri Lanka absolutely have it all their own way. It's 16. It's 16-11, and that suddenly came out of some poor Singapore attacking moves. They've got to close down the space. That's a good take. Lovely cross as well. They are playing well. Chen Lili tries to get it before it gets there, but it's still on target. 17-11. This is an important one. Baizura, got to keep an eye on the clock. Less than 1 minute, 53 seconds left. Singapore have got to find the space. That's good work from the wing attack, finding that space. Now they need to get the target. That's good. Excellent work. And it's in for 12. 33 seconds left. Sri Lanka still have chance to score. It'll be a long ball. Chen Lili looked at it. And she will be penalised for contact there. 20 seconds left, but it will be an easy chance here. But Singapore have the throw at the centre. Let's see whether they can do anything with this 12 seconds. 9. It's got to be quick. 7. No. 7 seconds. Let it go. 7. Oh my goodness. Amanda has messed that one up. And that is the end of the quarter. And after starting very promisingly, you have to say Singapore took their eye off the ball, literally a metaphor. It was a very, very unfortunate period of that match. Singapore have just got to have a little bit more patience in attack, but they've got to be, that's not very good, you see. Fortunately, there was a bit of contact and Singapore retained possession. I've got with me Siti Noshawala, who is having a chat at the quarter. That's a really poor shot, my goodness me. Wow, Pei Shan, what are you doing? Right, your strategy for improving this performance of Singapore.
As for now, I feel that in terms of attack, I think they're trying to play much more calmer game, but I think in terms of their way of passes, I guess, kind of bring them down. Like for example, their bounce pass, and the opposing team kind of read that they're going to pass that bounce pass, so it's easier for them to actually intercept. Yeah. So, and for defense, I think they still stick to the same defense. Yeah.
Melody Teo tried her best, but just look how short she is compared with the giant that is Tharjini Sivalingam. 21-12, and Singapore have started this second quarter by losing possession and losing a little bit of focus here. Of course, we did have that missed shot by Pei Shan as well. Charmaine won't miss that one, will she? She gets another chance. A little bit closer than she was for most of her previous shots. Singapore on the scoreboard for the first time in the second quarter. Over the top it goes. It's almost, I would say rhythmical. Others would say boring, but it just is a very, very similar strategy. Pass it over the top for the big girl to convert. Well done, Charmaine. 14-22.
I think in terms of defense, they just have to cover the middle channel because the midfield of the opposing team keep attacking the semicircle. So they just need to push them up towards the middle third.
Still going to be Singapore's ball from the centre. There was a problem there. Just the Baizura then, and Charmaine into passing. Charmaine's there within 2 meters, and if she's within 2, it's actually a score. 15-23. They need to basically upset now the attack. See if they can stop it going up there. And it's so hard. Very difficult. No problem. 24-15. 9 goals is a lot at this stage. The lob ball in, the straight pass in. Don't miss this one, Pei Shan. Come on. Oh dear. Confidence is gone. She overplayed the last one, underplayed that one, and that one is same as before. Nothing changes. 25-15. But the big problem that Singapore face at the moment is if their shooter is not on target, they're under pressure all the time. There you go. Lob it in. Too easy. 26-15.
I think the Singapore midfield have to help the shooters to get off the pressure. So by maybe help them reoffer the ball again, so they can have the position that they want to shoot.
Charmaine is doing her level best to keep the scoreboard ticking over for Singapore. Okay, we've now got a substitution, and well, I'm not surprised, to be quite honest. Pei Shan has not been successful. Nearly, and it's going to be the same as before. She'll get second chance at that. Yep, there we go. First time we've seen her. Okay. 17-27, I beg your pardon. 10 points is significant at this stage. Less than 10 minutes left in the first half. But, well, that bounce would have been a very useful one to take. It won't happen. It's 28-17. I think Kai Wei is up front there now and needs to be fed, I think, to give her a bit of confidence. Singapore still in possession. Kai Wei is there. This is the one that she needs. Good girl. 18-28. Everybody's given a lift when you score first as you come on.
Exactly. Boost their confidence.
Just tipping it over the top, but it will be Singapore's possession from the centre. 18-29. That's better. That is definitely better. It's short, but Charmaine, well, in fact, it's going to be another attempt which is made. There was some really good flow about that movement in attack, wasn't there, Sidi?
Yes, the space opens up a bit more, so it helps the attacker to actually punch the space.
It's almost comical. It's almost funny watching Melody Teo up against Tharjini. Nice movement there by Zura.
Just have to be patient.
Yeah. Still Singapore's ball out on the sideline. Baizura will need some running off here. Need the space. Who's moving? Of course, she's not allowed into that attacking third. Baizura is as the centre. There you go. That's better. That's really good hands. Lovely work. Yep, they've opened it up now. Very nice indeed. Charmaine won't miss that. 20 points to 30. Again, it's all about finding confidence and then disrupting the attack. It's going to be so difficult. Would you have kept Chen Lili on? Would you have kept her in position? It's really tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Sindunir, well,
There was contact by GK.
Yep. Charmaine's 2.5 meters back, makes it. Without the huge attacker, you think Singapore would be competing? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I still believe that they need to intercept somewhere in the middle third.
Well, they've regained possession, and that was a confident little layoff there. So well done. So Kai Wei does really well there and moves up. Kai Wei is again getting herself into valuable positions to be able to. Now Charmaine, she can make this one. 23. Okay, they're down below 10 and they've got the possession here, Singapore. So it's so important when you manage to disrupt the opponents and you can move around. Charmaine once again, this is for 24. Just a little over 5 minutes left in the half. Now, getting repossession here will be good. It will be good. Singapore now have just got to have a little bit of patience obviously stay within the rules, but just watch the ball. That's better. Now they're in the attacking potential. Lovely work. Nice switch. Now they need the real patience. Charmaine bounce passing. Baizura's there. Almost taken out of her hands. Oh, lucky. Oh, dear. That wasn't great from wing attack. Now. Yep, that's good for 25. They've still got possession. This is now going to be a big turnaround. Less than 5 minutes left, but Singapore have made a big difference in picking up a couple of turnovers. Long ball is through. Ooh, that still will be Singapore's. Kimberly Lim has been in the wars. She's been really being pushed. Charmaine's looking for an out, but she won't need it now. She can get it herself. Here we go. This is for 26. 6 points the difference. It was 11. Singapore fighting hard to get back on terms. If they can have just one more turnover, I tell you what, that will set the cat amongst the pigeons. Sri Lanka still have possession. 32-26. That ball is going to be up in the air. Watch out. Here we go. Oh dear. It's so predictable, and why not? They've got the talent because they've got the height. 26-33 at the moment. Long ball down to the right wing. Uh-oh. Charmaine. No, it's oh, and it's short. Can ill afford, and that's Sri Lanka's ball. Just when we thought it was getting a little bit easier for Singapore, it can't afford to give up possession. Again, it's a long ball up in the air. That's all you need. 34-26. They've got possession again, though, with 2.5 minutes left in the half. Long ball again. Well played. Lovely timing. Good. Oh, but it's now been given it back to Sri Lanka.
Hard luck.
Yeah, it was very hard luck.
Good timing on the goalkeeper of Singapore.
Yeah, it was, and but she's not going to. Once that ball goes high over the top, there's no chance. 2 minutes left in the half. That long ball is, whoa, that was a little lucky. Charmaine one-handed back out and makes it for 27. Counting down this first half. Sri Lanka will certainly provide huge opposition for Malaysia, that is for sure. Although they've beaten Hong Kong this evening already, Malaysia will be struggling against this very impressive Sri Lankan attack. 1 minute 26 left. 9 points the difference. Good hands, lovely moving and position. That's better. Oh my goodness, it was touch, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, last touch was Singapore.
It was Singapore. Oh dear. Okay. 110. Charmaine trying to close it down, as is Teo as well. So Kaiwei again looking for the out over the top. There it is. 37-27. We're less than a minute. In fact, 45 seconds left. Singapore do well to stop this particular attack. The possession is there. Oh, it's gone out. Now, let's see if we can get a score here, Singapore. Come on. 27-37 is the situation at the moment. They've also got, don't forget, they've also got the start of the centre ball as well. 20 seconds left. It's out of play, but another chance. It's in for 28-37. Repossession back to Singapore. Come on. You're not thinking, Baizura. Come on. 6, 3, Long ball down, but that's the hooter. That was a little bit lax in concentration, wasn't it? At the end there, they needed to move that quicker.
Yes, it is.
Right, it is half time. Sri Lanka in the lead by 37-28. Singapore have been fighting hard, but of course the nemesis, as we all knew it would be, right in the centre there. The goal shooter is Tharjini Sivalingam. She has been thwarted on a couple of occasions, but Singapore have not taken to say, wing attack is Kimberly Lim's moving around really well, but you know, she is a lone voice up there at front at the moment. That's better. There you go. There she is, and links up beautifully with Charmaine, who is ever dependable from that kind of distance. That would trouble a few people. She doesn't need to get right under the basket. Keep them out. That's the important thing at the moment. But it's such a simple thing to move that ball into the center and immediately get Tharjini in control. It's a nice bounce pass and moves off again. Charmaine once again, 2.5 meters, absolutely drains it once again, 32-41. Even Stevens at the minute. There've been a couple of turnovers, but Singapore not able to take full advantage of theirs. Yeah, she'll get another chance right underneath. That's for 42, and there you go.
As for now, I have the percentage of the shots for the first and second quarter.
Yep.
For Sri Lanka, the first quarter was 95%, and the second quarter was 100%. And as for Singapore,
19 from 19, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And for Singapore, for first quarter they have 86%. And for second quarter is 80%.
Yeah, see that's the difference. It's a 9-ball game at the moment. We're talking 33-42 in favour of Sri Lanka, but it just is total control, and there's nothing you can do about it, I'm afraid. Very frustrating. Well, that's great pickup. And again, Teo and Lim doing really well between them. There's Teo from a way back. Ooh, yeah. Close, but successful, 34-43. Holding here at the moment. I tell you, I see what you mean about Isaf. She's very aggressive, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Long ball in, easy ball in, 44-34. In fact, you do play most of the match without the ball, of course, and that suggests that you don't do anything. But of course, you're moving constantly, looking. There's a little bit of hipping here and driving there, feinting one way, moving the other. There's a huge amount going on all the time. Needs this, makes it 35-44. They are being consistent, Singapore. They need a couple of really good turnovers and conversions. That would give them enormous lift. That give the crowd here at OCBC Arena a lift as well. But as long as that happens, of course, it's with uncanny certainty. 100% last time.
Good connection by the goal shooter.
Long way out, but that's another good one. Wow. I have to say it was an excellent move, moving Pei Shan away and Kaiwei in. Still, it's Sri Lanka in control, in possession, over the top. Wow. 46-36. Baizura looking for an out. She gets it. And Kimberly Lim, I beg your pardon, is right there. And again from distance. My goodness. I tell you what, that is actually much better than the Sri Lankans are doing.
Yeah.
Because they're so close to the net, they can't miss. But that is high risk shooting from Singapore and doing very, very well. Ooh, a pity that one didn't go to hand. That is so easy, isn't it? Oh! Got to chase it down, but she knows when she misses, she only got a half a pace forward. 47 all. It's even Stevens at the moment. The bounce pass did well there, looking for support. Got to get rid of it. Ooh, that was dangerous, and it will be Singapore still.
Yep, it is.
Charmaine getting really, really hassled inside that circle. Charmaine's got the shot. Charmaine's missed it. Short. Fast attack here for Sri Lanka. Yeah, they're moving well. That's very good. Doesn't matter that they've got the biggest girl right up front there. That was lovely transition. Very, very nice. Took advantage of Singapore's miss. And of course, that's all it takes. Oh, Chen Lili wins the Battle of the Giants. Quick now, that's better. Okay, need this one. Good girl. Well, that's made up for the miss last time out. 48-38, and they've got possession again by Baizura at the center. Chen Lili is off. I don't know whether she's injured, is she? It's going to be status quo. We've got Sindhu Nair back in as goalkeeper.
I think with the addition of Toh Kairi, she helps in opening up the space and easier for Charmaine to actually enter the space and receive the ball from the midfield.
Again, two shots that were short of their target. And that concentration loss is going to cost Singapore dear. There you go. It's 49, and the possession goes back to Sri Lanka. A good driving attempt that Nair is. Oh, that's interesting. What was the decision there?
I think it was advantage contact for the GK.
Okay. Singapore struggling to find a way to deny the goal shooter Tharjini. Oh dear. And once again they're in trouble with that turnover. It's still Sri Lanka in possession. It'll be a free shot here for Tharjini. Gets another one. 51-38. They've got possession back again. We see that cutaway of the Singapore bench. They're not happy, and you can understand why. They've worked so hard. It's so difficult to match the ability of the goal shooter.
Good triangle there between the midfield.
Yep. Kaiwei is missing. That's three. Ooh, we're a little lucky to get it back again. Charmaine will come and she will take over that responsibility. There you go. 39-51. This is a chance to get to 40 here with this attack. Baizura's driving down the right flank. Baizura is then exchanging, and that will be another Singapore ball. 3 minutes just over, and Charmaine's right there. This is for 40, made it. 40-51. Sri Lanka have possession. Over the top. You don't really need, and why would you? Why would you try to change a formula that is working so beautifully? Long ball, good play. Oh! Basketball! Hey, we love that. That was a great pass set up by Charmaine. Beautifully pushed through. You can hear the oohs and the ahs and the disappointments as the Tharjini gets the ball again.
Only Kaiwei will do that.
Charmaine lets the jump happen and then is short. That's the second time in this quarter we've seen her short, and it's so expensive to Singapore. It's going to be on the outside of the circle, over again. They don't even have to think about life, do they? Goodness. Right, 55-41. 1 minute and 16 left in the third quarter, and there's another error on the play. What was that?
There was help ball by Kimberly.
All right. One minute left. 46-51. Sri Lanka have possession again.
Turnover need to happen here.
Yeah. Well, the zip has gone out of the game somewhat since this continuing score machine is there all the time, every time. 57-41. This has been a big quarter for Sri Lanka. It goes over the top. Okay, they did well. Yep. Kaiwei did really well there, but it will be Sri Lanka have got a short time left, but they don't need much when they've got this lady at the front, that's for sure. 58-42, 6 seconds left. Now it's going to be hooter before we get going. Quick ball, and that's it. 58-42. And, well, it's really interesting. 18-12 in the first quarter to Sri Lanka. 19-16 in the second quarter.
Sri Lanka and your team Singapore.
Okay, Sri Lanka 58, Singapore 42, final quarter. They have been absolutely unstoppable because of that lady there, Tharjini Sivalingam. 59-42. Singapore, because of that scoreboard pressure, have made a few errors in midfield. They haven't been as, there's another error there, you see, and that's not great from Baizura. Oh, she gives it back with interest, that's good. Baizura there, and Charmaine will try to complete the recovery. That's great, 43-59. But again, it's all a lack of focus and concentration sometimes. There's a good turnover for Singapore. Let's see if this fourth quarter could be something very special, but still Singapore's ball.
There is some changes in the Sri Lanka team.
Okay.
As you for center, playing for Sri Lanka is Talini, and for wing attack it's Dulangi.
Okay, let's turn over. Singapore of possession, 44-59, a long ball, nice play, good running. Kimberly. It's still going to be Singapore on the attack. They need, okay, Charmaine plays it back. And that will be out of play, or maybe even steps there, but 59-44 at the moment. The long ball inside. They're trying the full court press, you might say here. Really, really busy throughout the whole court. Charmaine will be given another chance. Again, she's quite a way away, but once more, she is absolutely right on the button. 45-59. Trying to fill the gaps is not easy. This is for 60. 15-goal lead here now for Sri Lanka. Yeah, some pretty smooth running and passing here. Nice little layoff there to Charmaine. Needs support. Uh-oh. Good scrambling defense there, and it will just go back in the middle. 61. A little bit of pinball there, but it certainly won't make too much difference. Well, Singapore have not been fortunate against Sri Lanka, despite the fact that actually they have won this title on 4 previous occasions out of the 10 editions. 89, 97, 2001 and 2009. That is Sri Lanka's titles, and Singapore have held it 3 editions, 2005, 2012, 2014. They've always finished in the top 3, so it's a very good record. But the fact that Tharjini is back in the squad has made such a big difference. Oh, that's a giveaway. So Singapore cannot afford to give away possession like that. For sure that long ball is going to come in, and for sure they're going to score. 63. 63-45. The M1 Asian Netball Championships got a long history, but in 2014 in Singapore actually beat Sri Lanka 59-41. That was a fantastic achievement because at that time, of course, That was not expected. It was a good one, wasn't it, Siri?
Yes, it was. You just have to work together to bring down smoothly.
Yep, that's good hands. Oui. Charmaine back in possession. 40 and misses that one, but no, she won't get it. Attacker making the body contact and foul. 64, they're really sharp at the moment. Oh! Aha, well done. Plucked out of the air and it got a great cheer. Sindhu Nair.
That was a good read from her.
Nair out of the air. It was great. It was good anticipation. That's what it's all about. Okay. So, Charmaine finishes off that fabulous piece of work by the goalkeeper for Singapore. Not this time. 65-46. Yeah, good ball, nice weight. That was patient. Singapore retain possession. Charmaine looking for a bit of space. Is she going to find it? She will now. Long ball through. Kimberly is there waiting. Yeah, nice work. Again, these are hard-earned points. It's really, really tough. 47-65. Just a little over 8 minutes left in the match. Sri Lanka, to be fair, they are moving really well in the build-up, and then in the finish, it's just a procession. 66-47. Good 100 passing here. Lovely flat passing and a good finish. They're not giving up. That's the most important thing, City, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They realize that they have to open up more space now to create space for the shooters. Or to even draw the player out of the space.
Yeah. Good hands. Really nice hands. Good finish. 49. Long ball. 68. It just shows they're having to work so much harder than the Sri Lankans, but they're doing well. I mean, it's very, very impressive. It doesn't matter whether it's a straight pass, the double-handed pass, the single-handed. There's a lot of thought. Again, it will be a free shot, and she makes it 69. Baizura gets us moving again and comes back inside. Kimberly's down to the floor, but Baizura's there. Kimberly's on the ball, and the ball is in the basket. 51-69. Why would you want to change it? I guess, but it does not rankle. Why should I say that? They're being very, very impressive, and there's I think it is, well, it's been given to Singapore. It was claimed by Sri Lanka, but given to Singapore. Long pass down through the middle. And, probably. Yep, well done. Since she came on, Kai Wei has been very effective. She's done very well against her goal defender.
I agree with you. She create more space now.
Yeah. They get excited when Naya gets even a little closer. Just a bit over 5 minutes left. Sri Lanka 71, Singapore 52. Oui, lucky. Charmaine, she likes that distance, actually. That's her default distance. She doesn't like to come in too close.
She have her range of shots
that
she's comfortable with.
That's right. Well, on the other hand, Tharjini, she likes to get in right under that basket as close as possible. That suits her.
I think a long, strong pass to her doesn't work. I think she likes it lobby, so she can get it at her highest point.
Yeah, that's good work. There's a lot of running off the ball. Very nice. Good bounce. Yeah, that's very good. Takes a little bit longer than the Sri Lankans, but still very effective. Singapore have got the ball again. Fast play. Charmaine will have another shot. 1.5 meters away. Makes it 55. Well, it could have been worse, I suppose, couldn't it? I mean, we know that they're working hard to stay in it, but after the first 18-12 was the first score, 19-16 was the second, 21-14 is a turnover. Nice work.
Good tip from the goal defense of Singapore.
Long ball, good angle here. Again, some really nice. What was the decision?
I think it was the stepping there.
Was there stepping?
Oh, it's the offside.
Into the circle, was that?
Yeah.
There's not much you can do. Well, Melody Teo is doing her best there, but it's not going to happen. 72-55. Yeah, you can hear the crowd saying Singapore, Singapore. That's good. That's all very good. Couple of bounce passes there that worked. And just off the back rim and in. 56-72, and Sri Lanka back in possession. Over the top it goes, and well saved. That's a nice.
Good jump and good timing.
It was good timing, but it was also very, very inspirational. Yep, well done. 57. Well, we haven't been 15 points the difference for quite a while. We have it now. Yep, working very nicely. And that will be still Singapore's ball. 1:48 left in the match. Bounce to Charmaine, who will drop that one in for 58. 14 points. Interestingly, at the moment, Singapore have led the fourth quarter. And they're still leading it, 16-15 in the fourth quarter. That will be significant, you have to say, for Coach Natalie Milicic. She'll be very pleased that they've stuck in there, keep working. And in the end, oh yes, 59-73, 17-15 in the fourth quarter. Well, they haven't been able to celebrate too much, Singapore, but that is a stat that they will enjoy. It's over the top. It's 74. Baizura looking for support, gets it inside with Kimberly. Kimberly outside, And back in again. That's lovely interplay. Very nice work. Lovely finish. 60 points, Singapore. 25 seconds left in the match. And you have to say, another big save. 18 seconds left. Lovely over the top and good pick up here. Charmaine again. Makes it 61. Lovely work. Gonna get it back. It's Singapore's ball. Come on, Baizura. Okay, the clock has just stopped. 6 seconds left. No chance to do anything but pass it long. That's no good. One, and that's it. The end of the match. A fascinating contest. 61, but Sri Lanka 74 have won it, and they've won it easily. Really on the back of Tharjini Sivalingam's extraordinary height. 206 she is. And that is quite amazing. 39 years old now. She won't be here forever, of course, in the team. But until she is, Sri Lanka will be a force to reckon with. That is for certain. They didn't have to do a great deal except get that ball high in the air in the attack circle. And it was all then a matter of finishing it off. But Singapore put up a brave battle, and I think the most important stat is that they won the last quarter, which is a big thing to say.
Yes, it's a big thing.
Well, City has been great. I hope to see you again during the week. We've got a lot more matches to cover, and well, we hope you can join us down here at the OCBC Arena if you're watching in Singapore. In the meantime, this is John Burgess on behalf of City and all of us here saying farewell for now, and enjoy your netball wherever you are in the world.
Now, if you'd like to have a personal photo or autograph signed by the team Singapore